students, welcome back to this session of the programming in the distributed systems. The second program which we are going to discuss is a proper client-server communication where we are about to find the factorial of a given number. And who is requesting for the factorial of a given number here? The client is requesting, right? Now, who is providing the output of that particular factorial of a given number? Server is about to give the factorial of the given number by the client. Okay, if client says 5, immediately server will be giving the output 120. If client says 4, immediately server will be giving your factorial is 24. So that is what the communication we are saying between the client and server, and this will be happening every day in a real time also, where client will be asking for something and immediately server will be responding to us with that programming, right? So here what we are going to write is a client server coding for factorial of a given number. So for this, client will be taking the number, accepting the number from the user, whatever the like enter a number. So there will be giving the number 5. So that 5 number we are giving to the server. So that is what the communication procedure starts, right? So 5 will be given to the server and server will be processing with that how to find the factorial of a number. So there we have a number of logics, right? So we can go in the recursive way, non-recursive way, just iteration process. So we can write the coding in any format which we want, we are comfortable with. After writing that result, we are giving back to the client. So there ends the communication, right? So let us move with the server coding first of all. So in the server coding, we are just moving with the connection establishment as we have done in the demo client server. The thing is where the client will be waiting for its clients, and when the connection will be established, when the server, when the client, sorry, server will be waiting for the clients. When the connection will be established means the client started. When the client gets started with that port number, you will be connected with the server where server must accept that port number, right? So that is what the first connection establishment procedure. Let us move with that. So waiting for the clients, yes. Now server socket, the server socket port number which we are going to give is the 3333, and with this port number we are going to accept to the uh, socket. Now after this socket gets accepted, that indicates that my client started, right? So then the message connection establishment will be given. Now next one is the buffer reader. So why we need this buffer reader means whatever the data which we are giving from the client, we should accept that, right? So that accepting number I'm taking from the client over there, right? So I'm taking the number from the client. That number I'm going to print back to the client over there, right? Now let us have, and after printing the proper output, I have to give the data back to the client over there. Now how I am printing the data? By calling, say factorial of, I have taken the number, I have converted into integer, done. Now that number I am going to give back to my client. So while I'm giving back to the client, I'm calling one function, a method over there, fact of a number. Now what is this method? To find the factorial of a number, right? So in this we have given the code. So you have a number of procedures, right? You can go with the fact recursive method or non-recursive. So just find the f into I. So f into I means f will be the first of all, every time in the factorial finding, we should start with the 1. And if it is a Fibonacci, we should start with a 0 and 1, right? So you know this. Now, 1. 1 into I will be 1 first. 1 into 1 is 1. Next, return that 1 back. Next one. Again, you will be giving 1 into I will be 2 at this moment. 1 into 2 is 2. Return 2. Like this, we are going to process with the loop first. Then at last, the whatever the output I get, so I am giving back to the client by out.println onto the output stream back to the client, right? So what is client doing? So client is very simple. You should go with the connection establishment. Then whatever the data which we are giving, that should be given to the uh, server over there, right? So after, see, I'm asking one message from the user, give a number. So that number I'm giving to the server, and out.println of number means that number I'm giving to the server over there. Now, whatever the data processed by the server and giving that output, right? So that output I'm saving in and I'm just printing that output. So what is that output? Factorial of a given number is so and so, right? So if you can see the one sample here, just see. First of all, we have to compile both the codes, right? JavaC fact server, JavaC fact client. Then you should start a server first. So server execution here, and it will be waiting for the clients. Now client execution, when client gets started, you will be getting the client established message. Then you ask enter a number. Okay, you will be entering with one message. This 5 will be given to the server. Server will process that and it will give back the output to the user saying factorial of the given number is so and so, right? Factorial of 4 is 24, factorial of 5 is 120, factorial of 6 is 720. So like this, you will be getting your output, right? So this is very simpler, right? Yeah. See here, Java C fact server dot Java. You must execute compilation. You can do anything first, no problem. But execution, you must start with server every time. Don't forget this point. Right. Java fact server. So we are ready with the connection to be established. It was not yet done because there are no clients under acceptance. So now client started, here the connection establishment started, and we are asking enter a number to find a factorial. Now this 6 will be sent to the server to process it, and server will be processing that with the fact method, and it will be giving the output, returning that f to the main method. So from the main method of server, you are giving a printer writer method and you just giving to the client. So what client is doing by buffer reader, it is taking that content and it is printing onto the monitor. So that is what is happening, right? So this is a procedure to find any data. So here we have took one small sample of factorial number. So when you are writing a number of things, you can have a backend coding. So whatever you want. So you just place that processing data in the server and requesting data in the client, requesting and printing in the client, and the whole processing should be in the server concept, right? So this is about the basic version to give the response to the client whatever they have requested, right? So this is all about the second programming. Feel free to contact anytime if you have any doubts in the college doubt. Take care.